Star Wars 1313 is one of the most interesting looking Star Wars games that never came out. I think most of you know what I'm talking about, but for the three of you that don't, I'll get you up to speed. Basically, many years ago, a game called Star Wars 1313 was in development. The game would have an emphasis on Boba Fett, where the player would actually be playing as him for a lot of the game. As Boba Fett, the character would explore level 1313 of Coruscant while trying to unravel a criminal conspiracy that was going on. The game was developed using the Unreal Engine and was being developed by LucasArts. George Lucas also had a lot of involvement with the game, with him being the one who wanted Boba Fett to be the main character. He also suggested that it should tie into the Star Wars Underworld series that he wanted to make. The game would focus on cover-based combat along with platform gameplay. GTA was originally one of the first inspirations for the game, but it turned out to be too complex for the team that was developing it. Another inspiration was Gears of War. 1313 was supposed to be developed for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4, and was apparently going to focus more on adult themes and stories rather than appealing to a younger audience. I've seen some people say that it looks like an Uncharted clone, but honestly, an Uncharted type Star Wars game sounds good to me. We also got to see some phenomenal art that was made for this game, like one piece that depicted Boba Fett in the lower levels of Coruscant. The dark and gritty vibe of the art really sells the game's atmosphere as a whole. While I really liked what we were briefly shown in the game, there are also some other things that I would like to see in it. I would have liked to go on side quests where you need to collect bounties for people that would pay you in credits. Also, I think it would be really cool if you got to use a jetpack, but since this is a fairly young Boba Fett in the game, he might not yet have gotten one. However, even if that wasn't a part of the game, I still think the game looks great based on what we were shown. So where did it all go wrong? Well, long story short, after Disney bought Lucasfilm, Disney quote-unquote ceased internal development at LucasArts. Not only was production on 1313 stopped, but many people were also laid off, sadly. Apparently, the game may or may not have had production difficulties even before Disney came around. Also, it looks like George would change his mind quite a bit when helping develop the game, which made things a lot harder to work with. It's pretty disappointing to read about how this all fell apart, especially since it looked like it had so much potential. However, earlier this year in January, some footage of the game got released online, which showed Boba Fett as a playable character. I personally thought it looks really good, even though it was unfinished. I like how the underworld feels so alive with all the other people there. We also got to see Boba Fett get through different obstacles while trying to chase some people. It's super sad to know that this game will probably never see the light of day, as disappointing as that sounds. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about 1313. Do you think it would have lived up to the hype, or would it just be another disappointment? Let me know in the comments, and as always, may the Force be with you.